Alrighty. Well, as you can see, I got the pillow set up, and it works kind of nice. It's gonna work really good tonight. So this little kit right here is a fishing kit. So spider. So what I was gonna do was gonna set out here and show you my fishing kit, which I still may be out here, but I think I'm gonna take the camera off of the tripod there and maybe set it over here so I can zoom in a little bit. So she's over there digging. She's a hound dog. What are you gonna do? So then she brings all the dirt inside the tent. Alright, so we're gonna start off. I decided to go ahead and come inside and use this counter. It'd be a lot easier and better to see everything. So I'm going to start off with this little mint tin, and I've run through this before. This is the survival fishing kit that I keep in my pocket. I've carried this with me for 2 or 3 years now, but that's the first item. Alright, next is this small little kit here. I keep a few lures and sinkers, and a lot of this stuff is just like things that I find. If I just find something laying around out in the woods or whatever, and as you can tell, this gets all melted and clumped up. That's why I hate plastic bait. So I'm gonna have to clean this out again. I have a handful of these little crawdad fishing lures. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like I got 5 of them. Got one of these little bottle cap lures that I made. But this is just general stuff, just tossed in a little container. Again, just a little small container with a few hooks, couple plastic lures, which I don't really like to carry around, some jig heads, and this little spinner here. I love this thing. These are my favorite lures to fish with around here for small, like crappie and bluegill and things of that nature. This one, as you can tell, the hook is completely janked, so this one's going to have to be fixed or tossed out. And it's been used a lot. Like I said, it's my favorite lure to use. But just keep it in this nice little container here. Again, a couple more small things here. These I found somewhere, no idea. A couple more of my favorite lures, and some swivels, some sinkers, some hooks, little things like that. Piece of chalk. Well, it's actually a piece of brick that I use for chalk. And then this little kit here I purchased a year or so ago. Little small plastic lures. I mainly got them for the jigs here. Always like to have fishing line with me. It has some duct tape, or I'm sorry, some electrical tape. I like to have electrical tape. Fishing line. Always like to have fishing line with me. 1.5 pound test line, some 14.6 tests, and 40 pound monofilament. If I don't use it for fishing, I can use it for other things. Always like to have fishing lures or fishing line. Now this here, these are fishing yo-yos, and I purchased these in a pack, and I've separated the pack. I think there was like a dozen of them in the pack, and I've separated them into other kits, but this is what I've got in my main fishing kit. And even though this is an old and used one, I always try to keep a little fishing's regulation pamphlet book with magazine with me so that I can check things up if I ever need to. This is an old one. I haven't yet put in a newer one. This is 2014-2015 edition. I have to say, by far, out of all of my fishing gear, this right here has produced more fish than any of my other gear has. This is just a minnow net. I love this thing. It is quite worn and used. As you can see that I've fixed it, I've tied it up, fixed holes and everything in it, sew this thing up. I really probably need to purchase a new one, but I just haven't brought myself to spend the money on it. This one works, and like I said, I keep repairing this one. And this little minnow net right here opens up into like a box. This thing by far has been a better producer of fish than anything else I've ever used to catch fish with. Now granted, they're small fish, but most of the fish I catch are small anyway. So this will catch bait fish, this will catch fish for survival. This item right here, number one thing to have if you're going to be on a survival situation and you're wanting to do some sort of fishing, get yourself one of these nets, or I should say minnow cages.